What is up, everybody? It's Brandon here. Welcome back to the channel. And today we got some new Resident Evil 2 remake information. I'm a little late to the party as far as new information goes, so I do want to apologize about that. Some things come up, and since I'm late to the party, I figured I'd at least give my thoughts on what they have released. As everyone knows, San Diego Comic-Con was last week, where they did have a panel discussing Resident Evil 2, and during the panel they just provided some insight as to what they were going through in developing Resident Evil 2. And also showed off some new character designs through concept art, things like that. I mean, it's just real basic stuff. Stuff most of us are already kind of knew. They already had announced. Not a whole lot of meat and potatoes at San Diego Comic-Con. I was a little bit disappointed. I don't know how everybody else feels. I was a little bit disappointed. I was hoping we were going to see a little bit more gameplay, and as far as I know, there was none shown. So that was kind of a bummer. I wasn't really excited with anything that they announced fully. I mean, it was cool information, but I just wasn't overly excited about what they announced. They did show off some new artwork for Claire and her new look for the game. And the new artwork they showed was Claire sitting on a Harley Davidson bike, which is cool. I think that's pretty awesome. They actually got a Harley Davidson, a real Harley Davidson in, showing some looks to be jeans and a red leather jacket. I actually really like this look. I think that it fits well with what they're going with. Everything I've seen from the game so far, this seems like this is a good fit. I know some people are kind of wigged out by the look of Claire and even Leon in this. They actually got models for their new looks. I kind of wish they would have went a little bit more old school and made them look more like their other counterparts, just updated. But I don't mind the new look, and I don't mind Claire's look here. I think it falls in line with what they're trying to do with this game and kind of how it's set up. It's supposed to be new. It's supposed to be updated. I think this might be pretty interesting for Claire. That said, I still prefer the original Resident Evil 2 Claire and the outfit she had on there. I even like Code Veronica Claire. I kind of wish they would have kept one or the two there. But this will work too. Like I said, I understand what they're trying to go with. It's not really that big of a deal. I just kind of wish they would have done something a little bit closer to the original, but that's okay. Next up, during the reveal at Comic-Con, they announced the Collector's Edition finally. A lot of us have been waiting on that. The Collector's Edition looks to be a GameStop exclusive, which I'm a little bit bummed out about. I don't really use GameStop that much anymore. I'm kind of pissed at them right now. I'm kind of done with them, so I don't really want to go through them to get this, but if I do decide to get this collector's edition, then I mean, I'm obviously going to have to. All in all, I like what I see out of the package. The RPD item box packaging is really cool. The collector's art book, that's kind of neat. I know they like to throw art books in most collector's editions, and it's not something I really need or want, but it's just kind of something cool to have. The converted museum to reopen map or poster. It's like the blueprints. That's kind of a cool addition. Of course, you get the Resident Evil 2 Deluxe Edition, the DLC pack voucher, but you also get a digital soundtrack. It comes with a code that you can download the actual soundtrack to the game, and that's pretty neat. The biggest thing is the 12-inch Leon S. Kennedy statue. It's the RPD version figure. Very detailed, very cool. I really like this statue here, this figure. I've got to say, my only bugaboo is the price. Of course, you get your content, your deluxe DLC content. Of course, you get your pre-order bonus if you pre-order it. You know, I can kind of justify the statue. I mean, I could probably see that being anywhere between $60 and $80, depending on, I've seen other statues or figures that run anywhere between $60 and $80. It's very common, and at least from the stuff I've seen, it looks like it's a really nice statue, and I'm a big fan of Leon, so I would like to have it. So I don't really feel like the value's actually that bad if you really break everything down. But man, $200 is very steep for something. I mean, this is definitely for fans. And I think one of the biggest bugaboos I have about it is the fact that I'm going to have to get it from GameStop. That kind of bothers me a little bit. Other than that, I don't think it's a bad pack. I can't complain as a gamer or even as a huge Resident Evil fan, as a Resident Evil 2 fan. I can't really complain about what's in the pack because I don't have a big problem with anything that's in it. Everything looks really great. Above everything else, I just wish that it was a little cheaper, maybe $20 or $30 cheaper at the very least, and then it wasn't a GameStop exclusive. But what can you do? I'm still thinking about getting it. I don't know yet 100%. I think it would be cool to have for any Leon fan or any Resident Evil 2 fan if you can afford it. You guys gotta let me know down in the comments too what you think of the price, what you think of the content. If it's worth it to you. And lastly, they did reveal the cover art for the game, and I'm actually, I've got to say that I'm not too dissatisfied with it. I actually really like it. It's kind of a nice throwback to the old Resident Evil 2 game. It's kind of an ode to the original key art. I really don't mind it at all. To be honest, I kind of wish it would have been like the original PlayStation 1 cover, but at the same time, this is good too. I really like this cover art. I can't complain too much. It could have been way worse. I wasn't a big fan of Resident Evil 7's cover art, so this one I can say confidently that I would much rather have this cover art than something like a Resident Evil 7 cover art. So at least it is at least better than that, but I kind of would like to have had the original Resident Evil 2 PlayStation 1 cover art from back in the day. So anyway, guys, we got a little bit of information. It's not something that I understand. Like I said, I did say a couple weeks ago that I didn't want them to blow their whole wad at these events months and months before I even get my hands on the game. But it would have been nice to see get a little bit of gameplay. There is Gamescom in August, so that's coming up real soon. Just a few more weeks for Gamescom. I think it's supposed to be there. I'm pretty sure they announced that. If I'm correct, there will be a playable demo there. We'll see for sure, and we'll see what they show. Hopefully, it's some Claire Redfield gameplay, because that's what I'm really looking forward to seeing, and maybe a little bit more from Leon and the other environments. I want to see other play. Like I said, I want to see everything, but I do want to see a little bit more. This will be enough to tie us over, I guess. For now, we'll keep an eye on it. Anything can come up anytime. But anyway, guys, until next time, let me know what you think about the collector's edition, the cover art, all that good stuff, and keep it tuned in here, because I will have more Resident Evil 2 content in the future, and I will see you next time.